esta tierra,
que se funda en el machete del mambí.
La punta del crayón con que escribo mis mañanas.
Es la hora de gritar revolución, es la hora de tomarnos de las manos.
Pues no habrá mejor promesa que cumplir con el deber de saberse cada día más cubano.
Es la hora de gritar revolución, es la hora de tomarnos de las manos.
Pues no habrá mejor promesa que cumplir con el deber
De saberse cada día más cubano.
hoy se abre la promesa del amor y es mi canto la razón de vivir en esta tierra.
Donde crece la verdad pariendo fe, donde se alza el porvenir, que en batallas nos espera.
Hoy el tiempo nos ha dado un corazón con la fuerza de seguir cultivando rosas blancas.
Que se funda en el machete del bombín y la punta del crayón con que escribo mis mañanas.
Es la hora de gritar revolución, es la hora de tomarnos de las manos.
Pues no habrá mejor promesa que cumplir con el deber de saberse cada día más cubano.
Es la hora de gritar revolución, es la hora.
2.500 voces del coro que integran todos los sindicatos, dirigidos por la profesora Ángela Elvira Soporta, luego de interpretar el himno nacional, pues interpretan las notas de nuestro himno del guerrillero heroico, y con estas notas retumba nuevamente la Plaza de la Revolución. Desfila la dirigencia de la Revolución, trabajadores destacados y representantes de sindicatos, de agrupaciones, de pueblos que se han mostrado solidarios con nuestro país en momentos como este y que han venido para participar en este 1 de mayo, para darnos su solidaridad, para darnos su aliento. No han querido venir solamente a contemplar el desfile desde la tribuna y bajaron para ir de a pie con nuestro pueblo, también por la revolución. Representantes de varios países de América Latina y del mundo. Y la imagen del guerrillero heroico.
those who would give us lessons in democracy, those who invent and repeat fallacies against our political system, those who talk of a lack of human rights in Cuba while becoming accomplices of a genocidal blockade. We would like to see them here today to see if they will dare to defend their slander, their infamy, their cowardice, or at least their irresponsible ignorance before this nation, which will today, with its presence here, before the revered image of our José Martí, and in a symbolic embrace with our Fidel, write a further page in its history and its glory. José Martí once said that answering false attacks too quickly strengthens them, and that it is very important in politics to allow things that have only a fictitious existence to die of their own accord. Because of that education Martí gave us, we do not lose hope before this infamy, which no matter how much it is repeated and amplified, will always have legs that are too short to carry it into history. And proof of it is that no matter how virulent the defamation campaigns against the revolution, the presence here of so many representatives of the poor of the earth, these are the ones with whom we have joined our fate. Some have even dared to come from the very entrails of imperialism. They represent compatriots who do not join the blockade, but fight the imperial arrogance and the anti-Cuban expatriates. We are deeply thankful to them, to these brothers in solidarity who have come from far and wide to join our nation, the nation that you admire and support in your modest and growing efforts in the struggle against the criminal blockade for independence, for the right to decide our own destinies and to build our own future.
Nosotros tenemos y el pueblo que estamos fomentando. Todo lo demás es realmente ridículo y los frutos de marchar demasiado lejos por ese camino se empiezan a vislumbrar también en otras partes del mundo, en otros continentes.
This militant nation that will parade today here and throughout the territory of Cuba is the same nation that scored an extraordinary victory at the election polls last February 24th. For more than a third of a century, 8 U.S. administrations have maintained an attitude of hostility toward Cuba that led to this present estrangement between our two countries. During that long period, the authorities in Washington not only tried to explain their policy of isolation of Cuba through excuses that have changed in time, but have always refused the proposals that on many occasions the Cuban government made to them to discuss our differences, to find acceptable solutions to both sides. Cuba has only demanded to be able to meet in equality on the basis of mutual respect for independence and sovereignty. Of course, we have never intended to attack or subject the United States. The core of this sustained and fruitless policy has been the economic, commercial, and financial siege that since the early 60s has been affecting our nation. First, disguised as a supposed bilateral embargo, and then, as was proven to the entire world by the so-called Torricelli Act, a blockade which has been raised to the category of state policy and which violates all the legal standards that are respected internationally to guarantee civilized human existence. The effects of this unjustifiable policy of siege, encouraged by the United States, have substantially damaged the living standard of our people. They have been decisive in paralyzing our industries, in deteriorating our agricultural and social and economic programs. They have hampered all our efforts to acquire supplies, to export our products, to bring in investments, and even to transport urgent medicines for our nation. This systematic and unrelenting policy of blockade and isolation, maintained by the United States for so many years, has violated the most elementary human rights of millions of children, of women, and old people in Cuba. In fact, it has violated our right to work, which, under different conditions, would have kept us from feeding and educating our children for life. And if these rigors are not even greater, it is thanks to the fact that we have a genuine revolution, and through it, a truly human and fair social system that protects us and makes us strong. Cowardice and indifference, Martí said, can never be the laws of mankind. That is why the peoples, and especially the workers of so many countries and different regions of the planet, very well represented here today with us, are increasingly supporting the cause of Cuba. The solidarity we are receiving today is not only in the way of moral support and material aid. It also means, and this is possibly more important strategically, increasing opposition and struggle throughout the world against the blockade.
Seguiremos resistiendo.
We will go on resisting. We will go on fighting. Now we are having to deal with a disease which is well known in the world but lacks the necessary medical bibliography to fight it as fast and as efficiently as we wish. As has been reported, this disease has appeared atypically in our country because of its extension and acuteness. It is optic neuritis, and we are sparing no resources in purchasing and manufacturing equipment, in acquiring raw materials to produce medication, and in chemical reagents for research. All of the marvelous medical system of our country is behind this research and in the endeavor to apply treatment that will prove effective. Our entire health system is working for the early detection of patients, and in all the provinces of the country we have supplies of the vitamin complex that will be distributed free of charge preventively to the entire population. We are now involved in recovering to the best of our abilities and capabilities, and to a certain degree with the help of a number of countries and international agencies, from the disastrous effects of the winter storm that caused damage estimated at more than 1 billion pesos and added further suffering to the population in the extensive territories affected. We are waging a historic battle in a terribly difficult year in which the climate and natural phenomena have been adverse and have complemented the immense lack of resources. Never has any country had to face so many and such severe difficulties simultaneously. The sugar harvest, unfortunately, will not be all that we desire and need so desperately. but we will do everything possible to cut and grind the cane, to extract all the sugar possible during all the time that is necessary, despite the rains, despite the lack of fuel, tires, batteries, and resources of all types. We have plenty of courage and determination to work, to fight, and to win.
Sabemos que en algunos aspectos
We know
sensibles para nuestro
that in some
pueblo
aspects
aún no hemos
that are
pasado
important
el
for
peor
our
momento.
nation, we have not
El
gotten
bloqueo
beyond
sigue ahí,
the worst moment.
y se le suma el chantaje,
The blockade is
las
still in
presiones de
place.
todo tipo,
It is complemented by
pretendiendo
blackmail
asfixiarnos,
and pressure of all type
quebrar nuestra heroica
intended to crush us, to break our heroic resistance.
pueden ser mayores en los
And the
próximos meses.
difficulties may become greater in the next few months. But we are prepared and determined to face the sacrifices that may be necessary. Nothing and no one will defeat us. That is our firm determination, the commitment with our history, and the only alternative to save our country, the revolution, and socialism.
Dale pa' que aprendas, dale como él. La pelota. Con tu cuerpo en movimiento, que voy a empezar a tocar para que tú puedas bailar el ritmo que estoy sintiendo. Esto es algo bien sencillo, sin ninguna complicación, pero con tremendo sabor. Apréndete el estribillo que dice: dale como él, dale como él, dale pa' que aprendas, dale como él, dale como él, dale como él.
hacer de mi icono pedazos para salvarme entre únicos e impares, para cederme lugar en su Parnaso, para darme el rinconcito en sus altares. Me vienen a convidar a arrepentirme, me vienen a convidar a que no pierda, me vienen a convidar a indefinirme, me vienen a convidar a tanta mierda. Yo no sé lo que es el destino, caminando fui lo que fui. Haya Dios que será divino, yo me muero como viví, yo me muero como viví, yo me muero como seguir jugando a lo perdido. Yo quiero ser a la zurda más que diestro. Yo quiero hacer un congreso del unido. Yo quiero rezar a fondo un hijo nuestro. Dirán que pasó de moda la locura. Dirán que la gente es mala y no merece. Mas yo partiré soñando travesuras. ¿Acaso multiplicar panes y peces? Yo no sé lo que es el destino. Caminando fui lo que fui. Haya Dios que será divino. Yo me muero como viví. Yo me muero como viví. Sobre rocas, cuando la revolución se venga abajo, que machacaran mis manos y mi boca, que me arrancaran los ojos y el balajo. ¿Será que la necedad parió conmigo? La necedad de lo que hoy resulta necio, la necedad de asumir al enemigo, la necedad de vivir sin tener precio. Yo no sé lo que es el destino, caminar